Hello, my name is Tobey. I'm a partner at DLA Piper, a leading global law firm where I also serve as chair of the AI and data analytics practice. I'm an attorney, software founder, and a medical doctor. My role as AI practice chair at DLA Piper focuses on guiding the world's leading companies as they navigate the complex AI regulatory landscape. I'll be sharing my thoughts today on AI risk management practices. If you have follow-up questions after watching this video, please feel free to reach out to me and my team at DLA Piper. Let's begin. I'll start by highlighting why it is critical to develop an AI risk management system. Next, I'll do a broad overview of what key aspects need to be in an AI risk management system. I'll then do a deeper look into specifics like model accuracy, auditing and human-in-the-loop, risk classifications, and red teaming. We will also walk through two hypotheticals to see how risk management frameworks can be applied. Let's dive into the complexities of AI and risk management with a recent case that made headlines. In February of 2024, Air Canada was ordered to pay damages to a customer after its chatbot gave that customer incorrect information. This came at a particularly tough time for that passenger. The story started with a customer asking Air Canada's chatbot about bereavement fares following the death of a relative. Air Canada's chatbot told the customer he could buy a regular price ticket and apply for a discount. The customer followed the chatbot's advice and purchased his tickets. But later, when he submitted his discount, the airline turned him down. The customer took Air Canada to a tribunal in Canada. In response, Air Canada argued that it couldn't be held liable for information provided by a generative AI chatbot. The judge ultimately decided that Air Canada was liable and didn't take reasonable care to ensure that its chatbot wouldn't be misrepresenting its policies. What if your organization gets caught in the crosshairs of a similar AI risk? How can you prevent something like this from happening or build resilience in case it does? We'll chat about that and more during today's discussion on AI risk management. Let's start with the broad set of measures that can help business leaders manage AI risk. First, establish a comprehensive AI governance framework with clear policies, procedures, and accountability structures, supported by regular reviews or audits and assessments. Implement robust data management practices, focusing on data quality controls, security measures, and privacy protocols to protect sensitive information. Third, invest in continuous employee training, balancing technical AI expertise with business leaders who can effectively evaluate and balance risk against company opportunity. Fourth, where possible, maintain human-in-the-loop oversight, as well as always having transparency in AI systems with documented decision-making processes. Next, implement rigorous accuracy testing and validation procedures to ensure AI systems perform reliably, consistently, and safely before deployment. Sixth, establish comprehensive auditing or measurement frameworks that combine automated monitoring tools where possible and manual reviews for continuous AI system assessment. Remember, your mitigation strategy should include both preventative and reactive measures. Let's zoom into a few aspects of effective risk management. We'll start with model accuracy. Model accuracy in AI is a nuanced challenge that goes beyond simple percentage metrics. For business managers, it's crucial to understand that accuracy needs to be measured in context-specific ways that align to a use case, its risks, and your business objectives. Let's explore why through the hypothetical below. Say a regional bank deploys an AI model to assess small business loan applications. The model, trained on historic lending data from urban areas, consistently underscores applications from rural businesses. When a profitable third-generation family farm business applies for a $100,000 expansion loan, the AI flags it as high risk, despite otherwise strong financials and a perfect repayment history. The model misinterpreted seasonal income patterns common in farming and lacked data on rural property values to adequately measure that risk. The bank's over-reliance on an AI system with biased data led to an automatic rejection, overlooking a credit-worthy borrower. Moreover, this systematic bias could lead to a class of underlending, which could then open the company up to larger-scale litigation. So, let's now illustrate over-reliance on AI systems with another example. Imagine you work for a leading semiconductor manufacturer company, and your team is in charge of an AI vision system to detect microscopic defects in computer chips. While the AI-powered model reports 95% plus accuracy, this number alone can be misleading. Such numbers and over-reliance on AI system-generated numbers could expose you and your team to risks. Let's dive a little deeper to understand why that is. There are key considerations for AI model accuracy. First, the concept of false positives. For example, good chips that are incorrectly flagged as defective. This can cause unnecessary waste. By contrast, there are also false negatives. For example, defective chips that are missed by the AI review, potentially reaching customers or leading to malfunctions. And then there are edge cases. For example, rare but important defects that the model might miss because it was inadequately trained to recognize those scenarios. Tracking accuracy is critical to prevent over-reliance on AI systems. Here are a few additional practical recommendations to prevent over-reliance. Compare AI performance against human quality control benchmarks. Track accuracy across different product types and categories. Calculate the business impact in terms of costs and customer returns. Implement regular model retraining and localization to make sure the model is working in different environments. Remember, perfect accuracy scores can still mask serious model shortcomings. Focus on metrics that directly tie business value and risk management. Let's switch gears now to discuss another risk mitigation practice in AI, risk classification. A risk classification system is fundamental to AI governance as it allows businesses to systematically prioritize resources and controls based on potential impact. It helps organizations allocate appropriate oversight, monitoring, and safeguards to different AI applications. This structured approach ensures that high-risk AI systems receive rigorous scrutiny while allowing more streamlined processes for lower-risk applications, ultimately protecting the business and its stakeholders while bringing time and resources to the cases that need the most attention. I'll illustrate the role of risk classification by walking through a hypothetical three-tiered system that a company might use. Let's start with the highest risk case. Tier 1, critical risk. AI systems that could significantly impact human welfare, company viability, or legal compliance. Examples include medical diagnostic systems, automated financial trading platforms, safety-critical process control systems, or AI systems handling sensitive personal data. These could potentially require, depending on the law and other regulations, mandatory executive-level approval, pre-deployment testing, continuous monitoring with real-time alerts, documented mechanisms for fail-safe, and regular governance or ethics committee reviews. Remember, the actual controls will be tied to specific use cases, regions, and industries. This is just an illustration to give you a sense of the types of controls we might consider in different cases. Let's move down to Tier 2, hypothetical moderate risk. Systems affecting business operations or customer experience with recoverable impact. Examples include customer service AI, pricing optimization models, predictive maintenance systems, or marketing automation tools. These might hypothetically require department head approval, regular performance monitoring, quarterly audits, bias testing, clear escalation procedures, and periodic model retraining. Now, let's conclude this hypothetical risk system with Tier 3, low risk, systems with minimal potential for harm or easily reversible impacts. Examples include internal chatbots and document classification systems. These might require team leader approval, routine performance checks, basic documentation, standard software quality control, annual review to identify any changes to risk profile. Reminder, for any tiered system, always check the local law and your legal advisors for what might be mandated in a particular jurisdiction. Document the risk assessment rationale and review classification annually or when significant system changes occur. An AI auditing framework should focus on systematic model performance monitoring. Clear documentation of audit or assessment findings and remediation actions can also be critical. Let's illustrate with an example. Consider a manufacturing plant's AI vision detection system that inspects welding quality. The review team conducts daily performance assessments of the AI model's defect detection accuracy, monitors for algorithmic bias between different production lines, and maintains comprehensive logs of AI inspection decisions. When the machine learning model flags anonymous patterns in the weld integrity data, the audit protocol activates human inspection and material testing to validate the AI's findings. This example clearly shows the value of human oversight, a factor recognized by industry standard setters as an important part of the AI risk management framework. For example, many of the world's major AI governance frameworks require human oversight where appropriate and possible in different ways. The EU AI Act mandates human oversight for high-risk AI systems, requiring monitoring capabilities and authority to override or shut down systems. NIST's AI risk management framework requires human oversight at critical decision points, especially for systems affecting safety or rights. The Singapore Model AI Governance Framework emphasizes meaningful human-in-the-loop validation for important AI decisions. For a deeper dive into AI governance frameworks, please check out the AI Governance Frameworks video in this series. It's also a part of the From Insight to Action Advancing Enterprise AI Governance series. Many AI standard setters also point to employee training as a critical component of AI risk management. Comprehensive employee training forms the front lines of effective AI governance in any organization. The training journey begins with foundational concepts, ensuring that all employees understand basic AI terms and know when they will be working with or deploying AI. An effective AI risk management employee training program can be built in many ways. Trainings will depend on the type of organization, the risk level of AI use cases, and global presence. There is no one-size-fits-all approach. With that said, let's use the next few slides to break down 5 characteristics of a good AI risk management program for employees. First, clear protocols for identifying and reporting AI system anomalies or unexpected behaviors in their daily work. Second, practical scenarios teaching employees when to override AI decisions and escalate to human supervision. Third, role-specific guidelines on data handling and security to prevent AI system manipulation or misuse. Fourth, concrete examples of AI failure modes and their warning signs, enabling early risk detection. Fifth, regular assessments of employees' understanding of AI risk thresholds, appropriate use and limitations, and incident response procedures within the scope of their responsibility. Practical approaches and real-world examples make AI risk management tangible for employees by connecting abstract concepts to their daily work. Using actual case studies of AI failures, mistakes, near misses, or successful risk interventions helps employees better recognize warning signs and understand their role in using AI within its limitations and appropriate risk mitigation. Hands-on exercises with company-specific AI tools allow employees to practice risk responses in a safe environment. By integrating these elements into a cohesive training program, organizations can build a strong foundation for responsible AI governance while empowering employees to work confidently and safely with AI systems. To tackle incident response, I'll use the following hypothetical. Imagine a scenario where a leading technology company, let's call it Global Tech Solutions, faces a critical AI crisis after deploying their customer service chatbot, Service Pro. Let's say 3 months after deployment, the chatbot began providing inaccurate refund information to customers, promising full refunds for out-of-warranty products. Within 48 hours, over 3,000 customers had received incorrect refund guarantees, leading to a flood of claims totaling over $2 million. Social media exploded with complaints, and the company's reputation began suffering immediate harm. So, let's go into the root cause analysis investigation. The company's root cause analysis revealed multiple failures. The chatbot had been trained on outdated warranty policies, and recent system updates had inadvertently altered its decision-making parameters. There was no automated monitoring system in place to flag unusual patterns in refund promises, and the human oversight team was understaffed. Most critically, there was no emergency shutdown protocol for the AI system when anomalies were detected. So now let's turn to the resolution and lessons learned. Global Tech implements a comprehensive risk management framework. They establish a monitoring team, develop automated alerts for unusual response patterns, and create clear escalation procedures internally. They institute a safety layer that required human approval for all financial commitments above a certain monetary threshold. The company also revised its training data update procedures and implements regular validation checks to make sure the tools are trained on correct information. To rebuild trust, they honor the mistaken refund promises while clearly communicating the error to consumers. The incident also leads to the development of an AI governance framework that includes regular security audits, enhanced testing procedures, and clear accountability structures, as well as appropriate disclaimers to warn consumers that a chatbot-powered tool might make mistakes subject to subsequent human review. So what are the major takeaways of this hypothetical? First, AI systems handling financial or other important decisions require robust oversight mechanisms, including monitoring for unusual patterns, clear human approval thresholds, and emergency shutdown protocols before problems scale out of control. The lack of these safeguards turned a technical issue into a major crisis for the company. Effective incident response in AI crises require both technical fixes and stakeholder management. Global Tech's comprehensive approach of implementing technical safeguards while maintaining transparency and honoring commitments to its customers helped rebuild trust and establish stronger industry practices. And finally, training data and system updates are critical control points in AI risk management. Outdated or incorrect training data, combined with uncontrolled system updates and a failure to do monitoring before launch, can lead to AI systems making decisions based on incorrect parameters with rapid, widespread consequences. How can you prevent issues with third-party AI vendors? How should you manage risk in such scenarios? Dealing with third-party vendors of AI software introduces new risks and challenges, and risk management should ensure the quality and reliability of AI software that is licensed, analyze the vendor's AI development and deployment practices, and protect company data and IP rights. Companies can do the above by conducting due diligence and implementing contractual safeguards when selecting an AI vendor, evaluating the vendor's AI governance framework internally and standards, and comparing them with the company's own standards. Third, verify vendor compliance with relevant laws and regulations. Fourth, negotiate terms and conditions for the AI. And fifth, include mechanisms for ongoing oversight and accountability from the AI vendor. One additional strategy I'd like to review is called red teaming. Red teaming is the process of attacking or testing generative AI from the outside to look for its technological resilience. Legal red teaming is a valuable new strategy in assessing and mitigating risks associated with Gen AI from a non-technical standpoint. This involves engaging legal professionals and technologists working side by side in a combined effort to prompt AI systems to produce outcomes that could pose legal or regulatory risks to the company if provided to a real end user. This process involves behaving in a way that represents various members of a user pool expected to interact with the AI system, including those who do not fully understand the capabilities, and therefore may input problematic information or generate problematic responses without intent. It also seeks to model those who purposefully try to overcome the company's guardrails and elicit responses that result in operational or legal harm. By looking at both technological and legal risks of a generative AI system, you can have a comprehensive view of the risks potentially involved. The legal risks involved are not uniform, but rather vary across industries and jurisdictions, depending on applicable laws, industry standards, and regulations. Qualified attorneys can assist in assessing these risks accurately, and a clear understanding of legal and compliance risks can enable the development of higher-risk AI with strategies to mitigate potential serious complications. It also allows organizations to systematically identify potential risk and vulnerabilities and take preventative steps to mitigate them before they happen. This can reduce the chances of legal disputes, regulatory penalties, and related reputational damage. Moreover, such a proactive approach can aid in compliance and build trust with users and stakeholders. It demonstrates an organization's commitment to ethical and legal standards in the deployment of AI and related technologies. My team at DLA Piper has applied our legal red teaming methodology to Gen AI tools in development by Fortune 100 companies in several industries. Experts in data science and outside counsel like ours can help your organization develop a red teaming approach that makes sense for a particular company and risk profile. One final topic I'd like to cover is the importance of AI whistleblower programs in your AI risk management strategy. A whistleblower program for AI provides employees with secure channels to report concerns about unethical AI development or usage within the organization. These programs include confidential reporting mechanisms and protection from retaliation. Here are 3 key considerations for business managers. Establish clear reporting criteria for AI-related concerns like algorithmic bias and safety or accuracy risks, while ensuring whistleblowers can document and submit evidence through secure, anonymous channels. Second, create a dedicated response team combining AI expertise with ethics experience, ensuring they have authority to investigate reports and implement changes while maintaining confidentiality. Third, develop protection policies that prohibit retaliation and include regular training for managers on handling AI-related ethical concerns, fostering a culture where employees feel safe raising issues. In addition to the suggestions I covered, there are many guidelines on AI and risk management from federal agencies. Depending on the industry in which you operate, you will need to consider relevant risk management guidelines and frameworks. Let's discuss recent guidance from the DOJ as one example. Under the DOJ's Evaluation of Corporate Compliance Programs, the ECCP, guidance in November 2024, the DOJ provided updates regarding AI and corporate compliance programs. Prosecutors evaluating company compliance programs will now closely scrutinize company risk management strategies. Let's cover a few questions that you should ask. For example, has your company implemented controls to mitigate risks and unintended consequences associated with AI innovations? assessed potential impacts of AI technologies and compliance with criminal laws, implemented controls to ensure the technology is only used for intended purpose, developed accountability measures for how AI is monitored, created AI training programs for employees. The DOJ also emphasized the need for ongoing monitoring and testing of AI systems. I encourage your team to keep abreast of updates like these from relevant federal agencies. As we see in the DOJ guidance, effective AI risk management requires continuous vigilance and systematic approaches to identification, assessment, and mitigation of AI risk. There is a lot to keep in mind when developing an AI risk management framework. To keep most important issues top of mind, here are 5 questions I suggest boards or investors ask to ensure proper AI risk mitigation measures are in place. Do we have a risk classification framework to ensure we are analyzing higher risk use cases and distinguishing them from lower risk examples? Have we implemented controls for sufficient independent human supervision? Are we conducting systematic audits and monitoring of our AI uses? Do we provide training for employees so they are ready to deploy AI responsibly? And do we have a comprehensive AI crisis response infrastructure? 3 final takeaways for you as you think about AI risk management. The investment in proper risk management pays dividends through prevented incidents and operational integrity. Begin implementation today to protect your organization's AI investments and stakeholder trust. Focus on key aspects of risk management, such as risk classification frameworks, human supervision, audits and monitoring, crisis response, and employee training. Be flexible in your approach and stay updated. Keep abreast of regulatory guidelines and new technologies, such as red teaming, that can help advance your AI risk management. Thank you for spending time with me today to learn more about AI risk management practices.